Hi, so this is a quick video on booth planning for trade shows and XR experiences using JoinXR. So here you can see myself and my colleague James quickly reviewing the plans for a booth build. We're looking at everything at the digital design stage before anything's been built, so we can sign off on the key concepts, review them with the end customer. We can look at the build from multiple angles, discuss access points, etc. And we can really get a sense of the space and then jump into one-to-one view to really start to sign off on things. So there'll be no nasty surprises, no miscommunications, and everything is optimized for the client's event. So here we're reviewing the space, looking at the key signage. We're going to discuss a few changes perhaps in a minute. Here you can see the bar area where I think there'll be a sort of coffee bar for guests attending the booth. We're going to look at the key logos and are they prominent enough? Will they be visible from other parts of the convention center? Look at some of the approach lines for the paths that have been mapped out and the floor space. And in a moment, we'll go and look at this booth from the main entrance, which is over here. So people entering the convention center will see the booth like that. Is everything correctly prominent, etc.? And then in a moment, we'll walk down this main pathway and just make a couple of changes to the design of the booth. So here you can see James is drawing a sort of little orange barrier in. Essentially, we've decided to close that entrance space off there and widen the main entrance. So we're just capturing that sort of decision now. James is just sort of sketching that, yeah, this area is now going to be closed. You can work with multiple people all in the same room or all remotely to do these kind of reviews. And here I'm just dictating a note which will get saved into this presentation just to quickly capture that in a bit more detail. So we're going to open this area up by about 1 meter by pushing the wall to the right up against the far wall. What we're going to do next, now we've sort of reviewed the space, is actually take a look at XR content that would be delivered as an experience within that booth space. So in this case, we are a wind turbine manufacturer, and we are showcasing our wind turbine product within the booth that we've had designed. And this is what it would be like for an attendee to turn up at the event and put one of the headsets on. In the video in a moment, you'll see what mixed reality is like, but this is just the very early digital design stage, showing that we can bring in huge pieces of equipment, explain incredibly technical concepts, and we can preview all of this as a holistic exercise, both the booth build, the XR content, the branding and everything, all months in advance of anything actually being built. This avoids all sorts of costly mistakes and reworks and improves client satisfaction. Now just an overview really of JoinXR more generally. So Join at its core is a engineering visualization platform for CAD design review, sales presentations, technical storytelling, etc. Here you can see us bringing in complex engineering CAD data to allow all forms of collaboration. This runs really well at events, trade shows. We have customers using this all over the world quite successfully at the moment. The core of Join lets you cut weeks from sign-off cycles. So in the case of doing a design review for a piece of equipment, that makes sense. But also, as we showed earlier, you can do that for a booth design or a spatial design. That key being, the ability to spot issues early, avoid costly rework. All sorts of interaction types are possible in the platform, and all of this would be available for any experience delivered at a trade show. You can work with teams from anywhere in the world, all in the same room. It's very, very flexible, configurable on the fly. Presenting full-scale digital twins of pieces of equipment and sort of doing that kind of technical storytelling piece. Here you can see we're jumping into an immersive mode to look at some subsea engineering, but we started in a sort of mixed reality. So the whole platform has ISO 27001 certification. All the data is secure. So it's an enterprise-grade collaboration platform. Here you can see medical device manufacturer showcasing a new piece of equipment with full animation. We have customers working across many sort of industrial verticals, and everything is ready to go out of the box. So this is a hopefully this video has been useful. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch.